Okay, so I'm at a creek here in Pennsylvania, and there's this bank here that is loaded with jasper flakes all over the place. Here's one. There's some, lots of heat-treated, red heat-treated jasper flakes. Lots of cool colors. There's a pretty one. Just all coming out of the bank here. Tiny little flakes. So I'm just gonna check out this area, see what I can find. We had a rainstorm, so there's a lot of new stuff coming out of the ground. There's some. I'm gonna scope it out and let you know if I find anything here. So another really cool thing is all the spring water coming out of the ground along these banks. Just running into the creek. There's a jasper flake. So we got jasper in this area, we have flint, and also lots of quartz going on in this spot. Here's a nice big chunk of jasper with a little bit of druzy. It's got some cool coloring in the veins. It's another piece of jasper. Lots of cool colors going on. More jasper. Place is just totally loaded with jasper. There's a little guy. Oh, this one's really cool down here. You can see the little crystals in this piece. It really likes to grow on this jasper, these little quartz crystals. Pretty neat. Here's a really smooth piece of jasper right there. I'm gonna keep walking this bank, see what else I can find. Okay, so I didn't really find anything too exciting, but I'm gonna show you kind of what's normal for me to find locally in my area. This is all jasper. This is the material that I find most commonly. I've got a lot of hand axes that I find. Always in this color too. So I used to get very excited about finding these. It's kind of like, once you've found something a certain amount of times, it's not quite as exciting. I always want to find stemmed arrowheads, and they don't seem very common around here, but these are very common. So here's an example of a hand axe that I found. Here's another one. This one's a bit of a darker color. Pretty big. There's that one. This, I don't know. I feel like this could have just been like some sort of a multi-tool. But you can see the flaking on the edges of these right here. This, I found at that creek that I was just at. And this is, I believe, a almost finished tool. Lots of flaking right there. So and here we have another one, and this is unique. I've never found another one like it, but the edges are very much like left raw and kind of jagged, which is weird. Same shape as the other ones, but very unique. Don't have any other ones like that. This I also found in that same creek. Lots of flaking on the edges. Pretty sharp. Just smaller version of these bigger ones I have here. This one, either broken or unfinished. This one I found at a different creek. I believe it broke on the bottom. I think it would have been slightly bigger. Almost all of my pieces are broken. Let's see, what do we have here? This is, I think, just some sort of a scraper, but it is very worked. Some sort of a thumb scraper. This was such a heartbreaker. So you can see how defined this one is, and it would have been so big, but there was a vein of quartz running through the jasper, which made it weak, and it broke. I found this in that creek that I was just kind of poking around in a few years ago. Same creek. Material's wonderful, but sometimes these veins that are beautiful to us kind of make the material weaker. This is my absolute favorite of this material. This is broken, but it's my only stemmed jasper point. You can see where it would have been whole. This is called a Perkiomen broadhead, which is really cool because I found it along the Perkiomen Creek. And it's, like I said, it's just so hard for me to find stemmed points, so this was my most exciting. I'll try to get a picture of that there. So, yeah, there's the edge there. Such a cool point. This is the Perkiomen broadhead. My only one of this. So, that's the collection of this type. I want to talk about more of my actual points and other materials, but that's what I got as far as jasper ones go.